So it's no secret that Malika Andrews is not the most popular sports person in the world right now, with all of the recent controversies, the several attacks that she had against several players, against several men, the disrespects, just the attitude that she has on TV. But she still got promoted by ESPN within that very wild climate of a lot of layoffs that are pretty much uncalled for and unwarranted, right? And Stephen A. Smith went to Paul George's podcast and he gave his takes about why Malika Andrews has to do what she does. So take a listen to what he had to say, then we're going to come back, react to it. But before we play the clip, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Which you as athletes don't necessarily have. That doesn't make you wrong. That doesn't disqualify you from having a podcast or anything like that. But understand your role is different. Malika Andrews, my colleague, who everybody saw I got into an issue with on First Take months ago, and I had to check that situation. She getting crucified during leading into the draft because she's asking Brandon Miller a question or bringing up somebody's past. She had an obligation to ask those questions. She did her job. If she doesn't do her job, she's off the air. They're like, what we need you for. And so when you...
So y'all heard what Stephen had to say about that. And first of all, I'm very surprised that Stephen A. Smith would bring up Malika Andrews randomly and stick up for her at that time. I know he was on his best behavior on the podcast and everything, but for him to defend Malika Andrews after she called him out and disrespected him so much that he, as he said, had to check that situation on live TV, I mean, that's surprising. But his point, I understand that it's her job, but that doesn't bring any sympathy towards her, in my opinion. Here's why. Because she signed up for it. I'm pretty sure ESPN was fully transparent about what they expected out of her. And she was like, yeah, if somebody got to do the dirty work, and if that's my way to the top, to the promotion that she just got, to covering the finals, I'll go out there and trash these people. I'll go out there and ask the tough questions. And I got to be honest, it's a lot of people in her place that would have done it. But still, if you sign up to do the dirty work, you get no sympathy out of me, and you don't get to go out there and say, I'm just doing my job. No, you know it's dirty. You know these questions, like the timing of some of these questions are just messed up. The Brandon Miller situation, some people were defending Malika Andrews over that, and I'm like, bro, no, not at this timing. The world was watching. Biggest day of his life at this point. He probably got his whole family, mother, sisters, maybe girlfriends, whoever watching. And this is when you want to bring up gun charge or whatever. That's messed up, in my opinion. So that's point one. Point two. This proves that ESPN is just, pushing for that stuff out there, pushing for this negativity, pushing for this selective morality, because it's not. When people got scandals, it always seems like the same kind of people get asked the same kind of questions at the same time. But when other scandals, aka Brett Favre, for example, happen, no ESPN coverage whatsoever, no Malika Andrews coverage whatsoever, So, so that's point two. Point three. So if, for example, it was Malika Andrews to go out there and ask all these tough questions job, we get that. ESPN put her here, what we got her for. That's what they say, right? So when Jalen Rose, back to the Ime Udoka situation, goes out there, as an analyst, you're supposed to cover all sides of the spectrums, especially on the debate platform type of format that they have going at ESPN. With usually you have one side who take one side and the other will kind of corner that point, right? So Jalen Rose doing his job by covering, playing devil advocate, asking, okay, so if Ime Udoka's name is public, why isn't the woman's name that was involved, if everything is consensual, public as well? He makes that statement 2 minutes ago. He has to go out there and apologize on live TV as a grown man, as a guy that puts in the work for 10 years. Wasn't that his job? So why did he have to apologize then? Why isn't Malika Andrews held accountable for these questions if she's offending people, which she clearly is, because you just look at the outbreak and the outroar that she's causing every time she opens her mouth? Why shouldn't she apologize as well? Why won't she be held accountable? Because ESPN wants to drive these narratives. ESPN wants to attack and pinpoint only certain kind of behaviors. And this is why, man, the more I hear about these layoffs, the more I'm like, man, As soon as I find another option to consume the product, I'm done with that network. It's some personalities on there that I enjoy watching, and they all have public personal platforms. So I'll check them out on their platform. But once they're on the ESPN, man, I'm not checking out for that shit no more, man, until they fix that. So anyways, we're going to cut the video right here. Get in the comment section. Give me your thoughts about ESPN's direction, about Malika Andrews as a whole. Is she kind of validated? Shouldn't we take it? Should we take it easy on her? Sorry, because she's quote unquote doing her job, or is she still out of pocket for this? So please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the later episode. Peace.